All right. John Wesley Powell kept very detailed notes of his observations and questions so that he could go back later to make sense of his observations, ensure that he answered his questions, and communicate his findings to others. That, in a similar manner, you have already begun. And you're making your own record of observations and questions. Remember when you did your notice and wonder chart yesterday? You did 2 notice and wonder charts. 2. And that's going to help you make sense of information. When we come back to class Monday, we're going to transfer one of your notice and wonder charts to a class notice and wonder chart. I have made my own version of a notice and wonder chart. I don't know if you can see that. I know it's backwards, but I've made one for in my classroom, one for each class. That says 3 because that is for my 3rd block. I made one for 1, 1st block, 1 for 2, 2nd block, 1 for 3, 3rd block. Sorry guys, I'm about to chew right in front of you. I just took my medicine. It tastes terrible. Cipro is gross. I gotta do something about the flavor. And now my dog is begging for a cracker. Okay, so you're starting to do like John Wesley Powell did. You are making observations. You're not actually going to the Grand Canyon like he did, but you're seeing photos that he and his men took. And then you're seeing photos of more modern views of the Grand Canyon. And John Wesley Powell, from his observations, came up with questions. And you too came up with questions. Those are your wonders. So Monday we're going to make a notice and wonder chart. Then we're going to go from the notice and wonder chart to make a driving question board. You guys made these last year. We're going to make that when we come back together Monday. I've already made a driving question board. It's waiting in the classroom for us. Here's our driving question board waiting for us when we come back Monday. Okay. The driving question board and the essential question will help us focus our investigations and our questions throughout the entire module. You guys are going to write questions on sticky notes, and we're going to stick it on the driving question board. Pretty certain you guys did this in Miss Tran's, Miss Galt's, and Miss Hubbard's classes last year. We do a lot of these in my class this year. Again, we'll come back to that Monday. Turn in your notebook to your next page, which is page 5. And write underneath the words Grand Canyon model, how did the Grand Canyon's features form? Copy that in there. Cookie, that was the ice maker. It's okay. Come here, Cookie. It's okay. It's the ice maker, Cookie. Okay. Hopefully everybody has this written in. How did the Grand Canyon's features form? You need to write that just under the title on page 5. Okay? All right. It's okay. So Powell did not just write words in his journals. Cookie, you're okay, sweetie. Hurricane's coming in. It's getting windy outside because it's actually Wednesday night. And Australian Shepherds, if you have Australian Shepherds, German Shepherds, they tend to be really scared of thunderstorms. My doggy is over here, just a shaking right beside me. All right. John Wesley Powell did not just write words in his journals. Oh, Colby, she needs some loving. He also included sketches, she's shaking, diagrams, and models. Diagrams and models do not require artistic skill, but they should include details and labels so others can understand what is being shown. So you guys probably drew things last year. I know those of you who are face-to-face see that, yes, Miss Vandiver can draw, but that's not what I expect all my students to do. You guys heard that my talent is definitely not singing. That's not my thing. But what I am good at is drawing, okay? I've got a student in third block who isn't good at cutting, but he is a whiz at telling everybody about the solar system. That's his skill. I had a student last year who's now in talented arts. He's great at drawing, but he refused to do the drawing as asked to do in the science logbook. That's a problem because there's a lot of drawing in this. I need you guys to do the drawing as requested on your page 5. Poor dog was shaking because there were gunshots near her house. Lovely.
Not the ice maker.
Not the ice maker. Okay, so on your page 5, you'll see that it wants you to draw a model. I'm not expecting you to be a world-class drawer. I am expecting you to draw a model of the Grand Canyon with at least 5 features of the Grand Canyon. Features could be river, it could be layers, it could be rocks, it could be the bits of grass that we saw in the pictures that we looked at yesterday. Well, me technically a few hours ago when I was doing the lesson, pre-recording the lesson. It could be those steep cliffs. Think about the things that the Grand Canyon would have. Those are the features that I'm mentioning. Okay? Might the Grand Canyon have a waterfall? What would it have? Include your features in your drawing. Then you have to label them. So you're going to put the word that goes with the feature that names your feature. So wherever you have the river, you should write river and then a line that points to the river. And you're not drawing it in regular pencil. It's colored pencil. We're not doing it in crayon. What is it? Go out with her. You might want to throw the ball to her. And it's better to do it before the storm comes in. So I need at least 5 features that I can tell what you're trying to draw in colored pencil, not marker, because it will bleed right through this page. You're going to draw it in here, not some, I don't want some abstract weird art. Do not draw just a circle and a square and a line and call that your Grand Canyon. That does not work. Remember me talking to each class about me singing. I could howl like a wolf, or I could sing something that everybody could recognize as a happy birthday song. And that's without me having a good voice. You know the difference. Make your drawing acceptable. Everybody. This is for a grade. It has to be in accurate colors. Okay? We've looked at photos. Pick her up. Do not hurt her. Or get a treat and get her to follow the treat. Treats are up there. You're plenty tall enough. Wookie wookie. Poor girl. Okay? Picture in here. Minimum 5 features and label them with a line drawn to it. And then down here, describe or explain your model. Guys, a pen and ink, meaning you take a pen and you quickly scribble out a drawing, you're not going to get credit for that. I might give you a 1 out of 10. A pencil sketch, like, you know, your regular drawing, your regular writing pencil, you're going to get a 1 out of 10. It needs to be in colored pencil as you've been instructed. Got it? Needs to be in colored pencil. 5 features, 5, and labeled. Okay. Look it up online. Google, it's your friend. Okay. Explain your model. Okay. Explain your model down here. You can give me a phrase or you can give me a complete sentence. Please don't just copy something straight off Google, okay? I want your words. I much appreciate my kids' words and not somebody else's, okay? And features, by the way, are important parts. So like on our features, we have eyes on our faces. We have eyes, we have a nose, we have a mouth, we have ears, we have a chin. I have an extra feature now. I jokingly call it my pirate feature. Okay. And your drawing should honestly take about 10 minutes to make or so. So think about the pictures we looked at. You could see it in black and white. You could see it in color. Could you see layers? They look kind of like stripes, right? If we had a discussion, we would already know about this. We saw layers in the Grand Canyon. And the way those layers looked were different colors, okay? We saw rocks. In one of those modern day pictures, I think it was figure 1, we saw rocks that had fallen down. So another word for that would be rubble, because the rocks had broken apart and fallen down. Then we saw some rocks in some of the pictures that were really big. We might call those boulders. It was hard to see on video, but one of those pictures that had the waterfall on it, I think it was figure 4. There were caves down low. So maybe someone might want to include a cave in their drawing. Obviously, almost, well, actually probably every single picture we looked at had the river in it. So I'm thinking maybe the river is a really important thing to a canyon. What do you guys think? Might want to include that. Okay. We're going to make a class anchor model Monday when we come back. So a lot of our Monday is going to be comparing the work we did when we were apart to make group consensus things. So Monday will be piece in our Thursday work together and piece in our Friday work together when we come back. So where the other teachers might not have been able to do their regular Thursday and Friday lesson, and so they went to Nearpaw to give your lessons, we have to plow to forge ahead. So today's lesson is short. You're welcome. Okay. So we can go back to the essential question, how the Grand Canyon's features form. We already wrote that in our book at the top of page 5. When we come back together and we make our class anchor model, which is our class picture, and we make our class driving question board, we're going to look at early on, what do you think played a role in making the canyon? What do you think caused it? Okay, we're not going to try to answer that while we're apart. We're going to come together and try to come up with those answers together on Monday. But to get there, I need you getting this work done now, which means Friday. Okay, you have to get this anchor model made and explain it at the bottom of your page. And you can't really compare yours to a peer's work because we're apart. Okay. All I can really do when we're in class Monday is hold up 2 students' notebooks. We can't really get together and compare our work. That's why when they were telling us we can do this apart, I was like, there's a lot of things we can't do with PhD science. So we're gonna forge through on Monday. I need you to get this stuff done. And what I'm thinking might be best for you guys to do is to submit your work back to me. Like we've been doing, like take a photo and submit it. You could do it through private messaging on Class Dojo. So if you get a parent to take a photo of this and submit it to me through private message on Class Dojo on this page, and then Thursday, do the same thing. Take a picture of this, submit through Class Dojo private messaging this page. And that page, those 2 will be sufficient for showing me your work for Thursday. Okay? And I'll put a message up on Class Dojo also. That way everybody sees how to show me their work on Monday. On Thursday. So that when we come back Monday, we're ready to roll. Okay? All right, my friends. Wish me luck on getting the pre-recorded lessons to upload and go up on Canvas. And hope everybody fares well through the hurricane. All right, bye. Bye, friends.